Hello, I'm Dr. Margaret, and I'd like to welcome you to this little video. Over the time that I've been doing these, I've been learning a lot about myself, especially about how to use this camera. But more importantly, I've been learning to reach out and connect with you. Well, today I thought I'd like to share with you ways for you to see how psychic you are. So although you can see me on this video, I think it's more important that you follow along with some little exercises I'm going to give you so that you can see just how your psychic skills work. But just before we do that, I'd like to tell you that you were born psychic. There are so many people who think that being psychic is actually something special, God-given gift that only a few have, but actually we all have it. It's just a question of training. Just like any talent that you have, such as playing the piano or drawing in a colouring book or something, you have to naturally be drawn to want to learn and develop your talents, whatever they might be. Your psychic ability is no different. So what I'd like to do is to prove to you that you are psychic. So the first thing I'd like you to do, if you will, is to close your eyes and do something that you do all the time. Take a deep breath, breathe all the way in. That's it, hold it, and breathe out slowly. Let's do that again, but this time I want you to listen to the sound of your breathing. Breathe in. And all the way out. Did you hear yourself breathing? Part of your intuitive sense is to listen, and listening to sounds all around you, inside you, is important. Let's take another deep breath. Breathe all the way in. Hold it for a minute, and slowly breathe out. Now you notice I'm telling you what to do, but actually you're going to continue breathing no matter what I say. So let yourself breathe and realize that a very long time ago, when you were first born, it was your psychic sense that taught you how to breathe. And where did that psychic sense come from? From your spirit self. And how is it that your spirit self knows that you're in this body, on this planet? Well, your spirit self started working the moment your brain began to develop, long before your body was even in fully formed status in the womb. So you were listening even back then. You were listening to the sounds of your mother, her belly, her heart. You were listening to the voices that were going on around her. Your brain is like a tape recorder, so while I'm talking to you, you're listening to me, but what other sounds are you hearing? Let's be quiet for a minute. Breathe. Relax. Listen. Can you hear something happening in your house or in your office? Whatever you're hearing, there's a part of your brain thinking, what's that sound like? And of course, when you make associations consciously, you will remember a picture, an image of something you've seen. I'd like you to open your eyes now and look at me. You've seen me before. How does my face look? Do I look happy, miserable, depressed? Now make an association jump and think about all the people that you've met throughout your life. They've all had different expressions, some happy, some sad. While you've been watching, your brain has been taking little snapshots, little memory issues about certain people are attached to that. That makes you remember. That's like the glue that makes your emotions pop out at you from different times, stimulated by different images. Okay, I'd like you to shut your eyes again. I'm going to give you something to think about. I'd like you to think about a tree. Any tree. Could be a fir tree, an oak tree, a little bush. Doesn't really matter. What does matter is that your mind is giving you an image. And that image is right there for you to look at. Try and see it. Try and see the details of the leaves. If you're looking at those leaves, maybe you can see the back of the leaves, or you know what's on the back of the leaves. Or maybe you just suddenly know what's behind the bush or the tree, or what's nearby. Maybe your mind is filling in all the blanks and you're getting a full picture. Enjoy the vision, because whatever it is, that's coming from your psyche. It's not coming just from your conscious mind. It's coming from the part of your spirit self that has been busy taking photo images of everything that's happened in your life, and we call that clairvoyance. It's very natural, it's very ordinary, and you've been doing it every day of your life. Okay, take a break now, open your eyes, take a deep breath, just relax, and just realize that you've not only been thinking about things, but you've been visualizing throughout your life, and you've been listening to all these sounds throughout your life. Psychic sounds are called clairaudience. Psychic visions are called clairvoyance. So yes, you've already proved to yourself you're psychic. Okay, let's do one more exercise. I want you to close your eyes again and take another deep breath, just so you can relax. In and out. Very good. Even deeper and more relaxed. What you're doing is you're allowing yourself to center. When you center, your conscious mind begins to wander. We need it to wander. We need you to see lots of images that come and go. We need you to hear the sounds and things that are going on around you. Now, let's think about smell and taste. Can you remember the taste of your lunch today, or your supper? Can you see that plate again with the food on it? Can you hear the server coming to your table and talking to you? Well, of course you can. You can bring it right up, right there, right in front of you, and remember it all. You're used to remembering. But what you don't realize is that those memories are stimulated by your spirit self, your psyche. Without your spirit self stimulating you to recall things, you wouldn't be aware of yourself and your life. You wouldn't be open to understanding that you are a spiritual entity. Okay, let's take a deep breath all the way in. That's it, and all the way out. And now let's go back in time. What other time can you remember where you can see the image of a meal, hear the sounds in the room? You might be recalling a family event. It might be that it's so far back you can hardly see many images, but you remember sounds. Or maybe you see images and don't remember sounds, or maybe there's something else going on. A feeling. A feeling that you recall feeling about someone who was there. Try and get into that feeling, because as you do, you're developing your ability to be aware of what we call psychometry. Everything you've done has been felt by others. You have felt all those other people. Kind of strange, like walking into a room after someone's had an argument. You can feel that energy. or walking into a church and it feels so bright and light. It's your spirit self that recalls those feelings. Take a deep breath. That's it. Enjoy the feeling of being able to remember your feelings. That's it. Very good. So now you know you've proved to yourself that you can hear, you can see, you can smell, you can taste, and you can feel other people. That's being psychic. You've been doing that since you were born. Over the years, you've been trained to get into habits and routines where you don't pay too much attention to it anymore. Going into a psychic development class simply means going to study with someone who has learned to master these abilities and use them. Now, you might say, well, I'm not very good at judging people, I'm not very good at integrating myself with people. Well, maybe that's because you haven't bothered to develop your psyche. You haven't become aware of how people sound, how they feel to you, how they talk to you. Is sound, it's vibration. Behind that sound, those words, the vibration tells you, are they afraid? Are they angry? What are you seeing and hearing about them that is subliminal? What are you seeing and hearing about their own little spirit inside their body? Which brings me back to you. Open your eyes for a minute and have a look at me. That's it. You can open your eyes. You know, when you meet people, you're sussing them out, aren't you? You want to decide whether you like them or don't like them, whether they can integrate with you on some level. You don't just do it with your conscious mind. You do it with your spirit self, your instinct. Your intuition tells you. Well, that's your psyche too. Just like the animals who are out grazing, they suddenly feel there's a presence, something lurking. Their little ears go up. They make little noises to one another, sounding out warnings. They feel the vibration and suddenly the whole herd runs and the hunt is on. Well, we're no different. We're animals and we have the same instincts, but we have to learn to use them again. And there's a bonus too, because once you learn how to listen to yourself, to your feelings, to your thoughts, to all the activities that you do in this world and how you interact with other people, up comes your spirit consciousness and you suddenly say, I'm in the shift. I'm in ascension. I'm aware of my spirit self. And of course, when you do that, you start to become aware of your spiritual connection to spirit guides, to God, and to the whole world. You may become emotional. You may be empathetic and sympathetic to some of the things that people are doing around you. It may be hard sometimes to balance, but you can do it. So if you've had an issue or a problem, we need to help you solve it. So let's close your eyes again. That's it. And take another deep breath all the way in and all the way out. And to help you, I'm going to help you go a little deeper by counting. It's something you learned to do when you were very young. To go into a slight little bit of a haze, a little bit of psyche if you like. Let's count now. 5, a little bit more relaxed, let your body go. 4, breathing, you can hear yourself. Images may come and go, it's okay. Going a little deeper, more relaxed. 3, very safe. You're always safe, you know. And 2, deeper. 1. Very good. And 0, very relaxed. That's it. I'd like you to listen to me and to understand that what you hear is something that is so easy to remember. You have a spirit inside you. Your spirit is vibrant. It shines like a star in the sky. It is called your aura. All your energy flows outward from you. You are the power. You are the center of your life. You are the center of your body. And this power, this energy, flows out from you to the world, to God. So you're never disconnected. You're always a part of someone and something. And knowing this makes you very safe. So let's take another deep breath all the way in, that's it, and all the way out. And just say to yourself now, I am connected to my spirit self again. I'm going to use my spirit self every day of my life. I'm going to use my instinct to make good choices. I trust myself. Yes, you can say it so quickly and your brain will understand it and accept it. And in the days to come, you will find your psychic senses getting stronger. And should you like to study with me, I'll be there to help you. So let's take a deep breath all the way in, that's it. And all the way out. And say to yourself, I am psychic. I can feel. I can hear. I can see images. I can taste and smell. And I can find ways to interpret all of that in my instincts, in my intuition, in my psyche. That's very good. Everything that I taught you tonight will help you in your life. You'll find relationships are better. You'll find that your purpose in life has more focus and work seems to improve. That's very good. Now let you count yourself out. Count with me. I'm going to wake up, say that. I'm going to be conscious. That's it. Now we'll count together. 1, 2, 3, always safe. 4, your eyes are open. And 5, hey, hello, you're wide awake. You know, this is just a taste to show you how very natural and very normal being psychic is. If you've enjoyed this, I would appreciate it if you would share it with other people. Give a like to it. Tell other people, because there's so many people now going through the shift and they have no idea about their psyche. So you can teach them. And if you like what I have to share, perhaps you'll go to my radio show on Web Talk Radio called Journey into an Unknown World. And of course I've got lots more YouTube videos to share, and I would be grateful if you would do that, if you would subscribe and share, because the more people we help together, the better the world is going to be. I've got lots of things I talk about. I've had a big long line in metaphysics, so there are lots of books, there's lots of lectures, talks, things you can listen to from me. So until we meet again, I'm so happy that you did do this introduction to seeing how psychic you are. Stay well.